The 1970s, an era when heavy machines weren't built for comfort or convenience. They were built to survive. Steel frames, simple hydraulics, engines that sounded like they could tear mountains apart. Half a century later, you'd expect machines from that era to be scrap metal. But some excavators are still out there digging, lifting, and working every single day. Against rust, against breakdowns, against time itself. They refuse to quit. Today, we're counting down the 10 excavators from the 1970s still working today against all odds. Machines so tough, so over-engineered, that even modern excavators struggle to match their endurance. Get ready to witness true mechanical immortality. Number 1. Caterpillar 225, 1972. The Caterpillar 225 is one of the most iconic excavators ever created. And even after more than 5 decades, it continues working on construction sites around the world, proving that real engineering truly stands the test of time. When it launched in 1972, the 225 was Caterpillar's bold step into a new era of hydraulic excavators. Unlike today's computer-assisted machines, the CAT 225 relied purely on mechanical strength, fixed steel engineering, and a hydraulic system that became legendary for both power and reliability. What made this excavator special was not just its ruggedness but its simplicity. Everything was designed to be accessible, fixable, and long-lasting. Its CAT 3208 diesel engine could run for tens of thousands of hours without major issues, even under extreme workloads like mining, forestry, and road construction. The frame was built using heavy-grade steel plates that resist bending and cracking far better than many modern machines. Operators often mention that the 225 feels stable even on rough terrain thanks to its wide undercarriage and perfectly balanced counterweight. Its hydraulics, although basic by today's standards, were incredibly strong and smooth, allowing the machine to lift and dig with impressive precision. Even in 2025, you can find 225 units working daily in Africa, India, the US countryside, and South America. Many owners refurbish them, repaint them, and keep using them because they are cheaper to maintain than modern excavators with sensitive electronics. The Caterpillar 225 is proof that machines built in the 1970s weren't just tools. They were built to become legends that outlive the very industries they served. Number 2. Komatsu PC121, 1974. The Komatsu PC121 from 1974 is one of the toughest and most dependable excavators ever produced. It became a turning point for Komatsu, showing the world that Japanese engineering could compete with and often outperform American and European giants. Released during a time when excavators were evolving rapidly, the PC121 offered something no one expected: unbelievable longevity. Many machines from this era required constant rebuilding, but the PC121 continued performing with minimal repairs. Its engine was designed for maximum fuel economy, a benefit that became even more valuable as fuel prices rose over the decades. The hydraulic system was incredibly advanced for its time, capable of delivering smooth, consistent power without overheating or failing under pressure. One of the reasons so many PC121 units still operate today is their mechanical simplicity. There were no electronic control modules, no complex sensors, just pure mechanical intelligence. This allowed operators in remote areas, where parts and servicing were difficult to access, to keep the machine running for decades with basic tools. It became especially popular in Asia, where contractors needed equipment that could survive intense heat, monsoons, muddy terrain, and long work hours. The PC121 also featured an incredibly strong boom and stick design, which resisted cracking far better than many competitors. Even in 2025, construction companies, farmers, and small contractors still rely on these machines because they trust them more than modern smart excavators that often suffer electrical issues. The PC121 is not just an old excavator, it's a testament to mechanical engineering that refuses to die. Number 3. Hitachi UH07, 1979. The Hitachi UH07, introduced in 1979, is considered one of the greatest excavators Hitachi ever made. It arrived at a time when hydraulic technology was evolving rapidly, and Hitachi used this machine to prove that Japanese excavators could become global leaders. The UH07 gained instant respect because it combined smooth hydraulic performance with rugged structural durability. Operators often describe the machine as silky yet strong, a rare combination for the 1970s era. The Isuzu diesel engine installed in the UH07 became famous for being extremely efficient and long-lasting. Many units still run with their original engines even after 40,000 hours of operation. Structurally, the UH07 was ahead of its time. The boom and chassis were designed with high-quality steel and precise welding, making them resistant to cracks and stress damage. Many excavators from the 1970s failed after years of heavy-duty use, but the UH07 continued operating in mines, logging sites, and mountainous regions. It was especially loved in Southeast Asia, where contractors prized it for its ability to work in extreme humidity, long hours, and difficult terrains without overheating. Even today, the UH07 is used in Indonesia, India, and the Philippines for daily tasks such as road widening, land clearing, and small mining operations. Its intuitive hydraulic controls also made it a favorite for new operators learning the trade. The UH07 is a machine that wasn't just built to do a job, it was built to outlive an era. Number 4. Volvo BM 6300, 1975. The Volvo BM 6300 from 1975 is a classic Scandinavian-designed excavator known for surviving extreme weather and brutal working conditions. Built during an era when Volvo prioritized durability over everything else, the 6300 quickly gained a reputation for being unbreakable. What set this machine apart was its ability to operate flawlessly in freezing winters, muddy lands, and rugged forest terrains. The thick steel construction of the chassis and boom gave it a longer lifespan compared to many competitors, and its undercarriage was engineered for maximum stability. Even today, some contractors say the 6300 feels more stable than lighter modern excavators. The engine used in the BM 6300 is another highlight. A reliable, fuel-efficient Volvo diesel that starts easily even in sub-zero temperatures. For countries like Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Canada, this feature made a huge difference. Maintenance was straightforward, and the machine was designed so mechanics could access all major components without removing dozens of covers or panels. This practical engineering meant the 6300 rarely suffered from expensive downtime. Even now, 50 years later, you can still find working BM 6300 machines clearing snow, digging ditches, and helping with road construction in rural areas of Europe. Contractors who still use this machine often say that modern excavators may have touchscreen consoles and fancy electronics, but none of them match the straightforward dependability of the BM 6300. It is a machine that represents the old-school era, when equipment was built to endure decades of real physical work. The fact that the 6300 is still working today is a testament to Volvo's engineering philosophy: build it once, build it strong, and build it to last forever. Number 5. JCB 805, 1977. The JCB 805, released in 1977, is one of the machines that helped JCB gain global recognition in the excavator industry. Before this, JCB was better known for backhoe loaders, but the 805 changed everything by proving that the company could manufacture full-size excavators that matched the big brands in strength, durability, and performance. The 805 became a favorite among contractors who needed a machine that was fast, responsive, and capable of handling heavy digging tasks without constant breakdowns. Its lightweight design made it easy to transport, but its steel construction and powerful hydraulics gave it the toughness of a much larger excavator. One of the key features that kept the JCB 805 alive for nearly 5 decades is its Perkins diesel engine, a global symbol of reliability. These engines were known to start easily even after long periods of inactivity and consumed less fuel than their competitors. The boom and arm design was also incredibly strong, with thicker-than-average steel used in high stress points. This allowed the machine to withstand intense usage on construction sites, demolition jobs, and agricultural tasks. In countries like India, Pakistan, Africa, and the UK, there are still hundreds of JCB 805 units working every day, often maintained by small workshops rather than large service centers. The hydraulics on the 805 were impressively smooth for their time, allowing operators to perform precision tasks without the machine feeling sluggish or heavy. Unlike modern excavators filled with electronic sensors, the 805 used purely mechanical systems, making it resilient in dusty, muddy, or high-temperature environments. Today, the JCB 805 stands as a symbol of the era when machines were engineered for longevity, not just performance. Its survival and continued use prove that true durability never goes out of style. Number 6. Liebherr R. 942. The Liebherr R 942, launched in 1978, is one of the strongest examples of German engineering excellence from the 1970s. Liebherr was already known for its cranes and mining equipment, but the R 942 proved that the company could build excavators that lasted for generations. What made the R 942 stand out from its competitors was not just its power, but its build quality. Everything from the boom welds to the undercarriage components was manufactured with exceptional precision. Many engineers still consider the R 942 one of the most structurally stable excavators ever produced. Its thick steel plates, massive pins, and overbuilt boom joints allowed it to handle extreme stresses in mining, quarrying, and heavy construction. The hydraulic system of the R 942 was far ahead of its time. While many machines of the 1970s suffered from hydraulic leaks and pump failures, the R 942's hydraulics were designed to run cooler, smoother, and far longer. Even after decades of use, many R 942 machines still maintain surprisingly strong digging power. In mining regions of South America, Africa, and Eastern Europe, the R 942 is still used daily because it can endure harsh terrain, rocky surfaces, and long shifts without breaking down. Its engine, known for reliability and steady torque delivery, further contributed to its long life. Owners often mention that the machine rarely overheats, even during tough loading operations. Another reason for its survival is how easy it is to maintain. Mechanics say Today the R 942 continues working across the world, proving that Liebherr's dedication to durability in the night. Number 7. Case 8080D, 1976. The Case 8080D, released in 1976, became one of the most beloved American-made excavators due to its brute strength, simplicity, and long-term durability. This machine was built specifically for serious heavy-duty work, laying pipelines, digging foundations, clearing land, and handling large buckets full of rock or clay. Contractors immediately appreciated the machine's raw torque, delivered by its rugged diesel engine that became famous for surviving tens of thousands of hours without needing major repairs. The 8080D did not rely on modern electronics or computers, which made it incredibly reliable in environments where dust, heat, cold, or moisture could easily destroy sensitive components. The boom and stick of the 8080D were overbuilt, giving it outstanding lifting power. Operators often say that even in 2025, the 8080D can outperform some modern mid-size excavators when it comes to pulling power and breakout force. Its hydraulic system was simple but extremely powerful, allowing for smooth operation without complicated electronics. Many mechanics still prefer working on the 8080D because everything is accessible, understandable, and repairable with basic tools. Even after nearly 50 years, you can still find the 8080D working in rural America, on farms, in logging yards, and in oil field operations. Many owners say they refuse to retire their machines because new models break down more often and cost significantly more to repair. The Case 8080D has gained a cult following among vintage machinery enthusiasts who appreciate its solid build and unstoppable performance. For many, it represents the peak era of American heavy equipment manufacturing, a time when machines were built with one mission: survive anything. Number 8. Fiat-Allis FH15. The Fiat-Allis FH15 from 1975 is one of the most underrated excavators ever produced, yet it remains a powerful example of cross-continental engineering done right. Born from the partnership between Italy's Fiat and America's Allis-Chalmers, the FH15 blended European efficiency with American toughness. Even though the brand no longer exists today, the FH15 continues to operate around the world because it was built with an incredible balance of strength, simplicity, and long-term reliability. The FH15 featured a tough undercarriage designed to handle all kinds of terrains: rocky slopes, muddy fields, and uneven ground. Its boom structure was built using thick, high-quality steel, making it resistant to cracks and wear even after decades of heavy digging. The Fiat diesel engine inside these machines is another major reason for their survival. Known for fuel efficiency and durability, the engine could run for years with only basic maintenance. In many countries across South America, Europe, and the Middle East, the FH15 is still used for agricultural digging, canal cleaning, road projects, and quarry work. Contractors appreciate the machine because of how easy it is to repair. Since the FH15 doesn't rely on electronics, it can be fixed with simple mechanical knowledge, something that keeps maintenance costs extremely low. Even after 50 years, many FH15 units show extremely strong hydraulics. They may not be as fast as modern excavators, but they deliver constant, powerful digging force. The Fiat-Allis FH15 stands today as a reminder that even forgotten brands can leave behind engineering marvels that last far longer than anyone expected. It is truly a machine built for generations, not just for projects. Number 9. Kobelco 907. The Kobelco 907, released in 1979, marked a significant milestone in the evolution of Japanese excavators. Kobelco was already known for building smooth and fuel-efficient machines, but the 907 elevated that reputation to legendary status. The machine's hydraulic system was one of the best of its era, offering incredible precision and responsiveness that shocked operators who were used to slower, heavier excavators of the time. What truly set the 907 apart was its ability to handle delicate tasks, such as trench finishing or slope leveling, while still delivering huge digging power when needed. The boom and arm design of the 907 used high-strength steel and advanced welding techniques, ensuring long-term durability. Many operators who used this machine in the 1980s and 1990s still claim that the 907 had the smoothest controls of any excavator they worked on. The undercarriage was also built to last, allowing the machine to travel across rocky terrains, rice fields, and construction sites without major wear. Its engine was fuel-efficient and reliable, which made the 907 extremely popular in countries where fuel prices were high or where fuel quality was inconsistent. Because the machine used straightforward mechanical systems rather than electronics, it adapted easily to tough working environments like deserts, mountains, and humid jungles. Even today, in 2025, you can find the Kobelco 907 working in Japan, Southeast Asia, India, and the Middle East. Contractors continue using it because it has aged incredibly well. Some units still operate with excellent hydraulic response, proving how far ahead Kobelco's engineering was. The 907 is not just an old excavator, it is a masterpiece of smooth performance and unbreakable reliability. Number 10. O&K RH6. The O&K RH6, introduced in 1974, remains one of the toughest and longest-lasting excavators ever produced in Europe. Orenstein and Koppel, O&K, was known for manufacturing machines that could survive extreme conditions, and the RH6 was no exception. Built primarily for mining, quarrying, and heavy industrial work, the RH6 was designed with reinforced steel structures and an exceptionally strong boom assembly. This allowed it to handle massive workloads that would break many other machines. One of the biggest reasons why the RH6 is still working today is its robust hydraulic system. Unlike many excavators from the 1970s that suffered from weak pumps or overheating issues, the RH6 used a high-capacity system that delivered strong digging force hour after hour. Its engine was equally impressive, reliable, powerful, and capable of running in hot deserts, freezing winters, and dusty quarries without failure. Many RH6 units remain operational across Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. These regions value the machine because it can handle continuous, demanding work with minimal downtime. The RH6 is also surprisingly easy to maintain. Its mechanical layout allows quick repairs, and spare parts can often be fabricated or substituted due to its simple design. Even after 50 years, the RH6 can still be seen loading rocks, clearing land, and helping in mining pits. It has survived wars, extreme weather, financial collapses, and multiple generations of newer equipment. The RH6 stands today as a symbol of rugged industrial-era engineering, a machine built not to impress, but to endure. Those excavators weren't just machines, they were survivors of a different age, built before electronics, before shortcuts, before plastic parts took over. And that's exactly why so many of them are still alive today. Which of these 70s legends impressed you the most? Tell me in the comments. Your feedback keeps these stories alive. If you loved this journey into heavy machine history, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who respects old-school engineering. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep digging, keep exploring, and keep the legends running.